Hey guys, welcome to a new video on cryptophonics. In our previous videos, we have been talking about using a single indicator for trading and the limitations of doing so. To tackle those limitations, we need to make a strategy which will filter the signals for us, hence making our strategy more reliable. Today, we will be discussing one such strategy. Today, we will be using two indicators. The first one will be RSI, Relative Strength Index, and the second one will be Bollinger Bands. So for the ones who are not familiar with this, RSI shows us the strength of the movement. If the RSI is below the 30 line mark, the stock is said to be in oversold region. Whereas if the RSI is above the 70 line mark, this one is the 70 line mark. If the RSI is above the 70 line mark, the stock is said to be in overbought region. For Bollinger Bands, the upper line acts as resistance, whereas the lower line acts as the support for the stock. Now, what we will be doing in our strategy is we will be identifying the points where the stock is in oversold zone and is near its support level. For example, if we look at this point over here, the RSI shows us that the stock is in oversold region and the Bollinger Bands tells us that this stock is near its support level. As a result of this, the stock gave an up move from here to here. Let me mark it for you. From this point to this point, the stock gave an up move from 2878 levels to around 3070 levels. Now, as the stock was near its support and the RSI level was in the oversold region, this formed a buy signal for the stock. Whereas a sell signal will be when the RSI is in overbought region and the stock is touching the resistance line, not near. For example, if you look over this point, the stock is not touching the resistance level. The stock is near the resistance level. But if you look here at this point over here, the stock is in overbought region as well as it is touching the resistance level. As a result of this, we can see a down move, this being a sell signal. If you look from this point over here, if you look from this point over here, from this point over here, the stock moved till its resistance and also was in its resistance zone, overbought zone. From this point to this point, a sell signal being formed gave a down move. This was not a sell signal. I will be further clarifying it. It needs to touch the resistance level, not being near it. For example, if you look over here, at this point over here, the RSI is in oversold region and the price of the stock is near its support. From this point to this point, an up move produced in the stock from the levels of 2700 to 2897. So this strategy can be used for swing trading and it is a very reliable one. I have back tested it and have been using it for a very long time now. Also, one point over here. This point, the RSI is in oversold region and the stock is near the support of the Bollinger Bands. From this point to this point, an up move has been produced after the buy signal. Now, what the points have to be kept in mind is that we will be initiating a trade only after both the conditions are fulfilled. Both the conditions being, if the stock is near its support, first condition, second condition, and the stock is in oversold region. If any of the two conditions is violated, we will not be initiating a buy trade. Whereas for a short trade or sell trade to be initiated, the stock has to be in overbought zone and the price has to be near the upper level of the Bollinger Bands. If any of the conditions is violated, we will not be initiating a trade. For example, if we look over here, the price is near its resistance level, but the RSI is not in the overbought zone. Therefore, we will not be initiating a trade here. Although the stock gave a down move, but it is against a strategy, so we will not be doing it. The main motive here is, as we have seen in our previous videos, that we can't rely upon a single indicator. At this point over here, the Bollinger Bands signal worked, but many times it will not be working. I'll be showing it now. If we look over here, this point over here, this point over here, the stock is on the support level and is in the oversold region. From this point to this point, an up move was produced. Yeah, if you look here, the stock is in oversold region, touching the resistance line, sell signal. Now, if we look over here, what I was talking about, the stock is near the support level of Bollinger Bands, but the up move produced is not that huge. Also, as soon as the stock provided a small up move, it fell down. A massive gap, a massive down move was produced. So therefore, we can't rely on a single indicator. If we move further, this one has been tracked by us. Yeah, let's look here. This point over here, the stock is near its support level on Bollinger Bands and also in the oversold region from this point to this point. Uh, there are innumerable examples on this chart. Checking it on another chart, we will be doing it for Bitcoin. The same thing, early chart, we will be inserting RSI and Bollinger Bands. Bollinger Bands. We will be doing the same thing. We will be identifying the trading points, the points where the two conditions are fulfilled. This point over here, the RSI is in oversold region and the Bitcoin is near its support. Result, up move. A buy signal formed over here, up move produced. If we look again over here, this point over here, Bitcoin near its support level in the oversold zone, up move. If we look over here, this point over here, Bitcoin near the near the Bollinger Band's upper level, but it touched it here. So this is not the signal for us. Yeah, this point over here touched the level, produced a down move. So this point over here in the oversold region near the support, up move. So this is how this strategy works. There can be innumerable examples of how this strategy works, and I can show you many examples of it. But the main part here being, we need to follow the strategy. Until both the conditions are fulfilled, we will not be initiating a buy or a sell trade. If we violate the terms, then our trade might end in loss. Therefore, the conditions needs to be followed thoroughly. So this is it for this video. In a previous video, I have discussed about RSI. The ones who want to know in detail about the RSI, you can watch the previous videos. Also, I'll be making a video on Bollinger Bands in the upper time in the coming time. So thank you. This is it for this video.